All right. Welcome to the October 13th City Council meeting for the City of Short Acres. Ms. Bernie, will you call the roll?
Alderman Ramos,
Present.
Alderman Greason,
Present.
Alderman Bell,
Present.
Alderman Hill,
You can't get logged in, I can FaceTime you if that's.
and Alderman Mitchell.
Present.
Ready? So we have a forum. 2.0 is Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. 3.0 special presentations. 3.1, we have none. 4.0 is council reports and requests. Do you have any?
None.
5.0 is public hearings and public comments. 5.1, public comments. This is the opportunity for the public to address the council. Time is limited to 5 minutes per speaker. Comments are to be directed to the city council and dialogue with the audience is not permitted. Council members are prohibited by law from participating in the discussion or deliberation of items not specifically identified on this agenda. Anybody have anything? The first?
None. Wow.
All right. 6.0 administrative report, 6.1 city managers report.
All right, we will start tonight with our financial report. And I haven't done this in a while, so I'll remind you that I read these to you. I know you're capable of sitting there and reading it yourself, but we're supposed to read these as a formal presentation to council. And then I sign them and then they're placed and there's a reason for that. So under our restricted debt at this time, we're at $8,208.37. Our utility deposit fund, $102,212.33. The road repair taxes, that's held in tax pool, is $131,429.44. And that gives us a total of $248,850.14 in the restricted funds. In the unencumbered fund section, we have $189,586.46. In the utility checking, $93,099.28. And then in our tax pool fund over there, this is our true savings. At the end of the month of September, we had $511,511.17. That gives us a total of $794,196.91 in the unencumbered funds. Questions over that? It's our first few days of the new budget, so we haven't got that in yet. So what you've got in your package is end of year numbers. There will be some adjustments to that, and then starting in November, we'll look back at October spending and see where we're at in the current year budget.
But can you give me, what's restricted debt? Can you give us an example of what that would be?
So one of the things we do is every month we try to transfer X amount of dollars from our general fund into another section so that when the big note comes due in February that we have to pay for the Texas Water Development Board loan, then that money is sitting there already in that account. That's the way the Bank of New York wants it, and that's what we try to do. We have that note due twice a year. Principal is, I may have it backwards. I think principal's due in February and then everything else in August. All right, any questions on that? Okay, we'll move to the police report. I know you guys have got that. I know there's a lot to process there, a lot of information. Nothing that sticks out. That's too far above the normal in anything. Making our checks at the yacht club, making the checks at the Maritime Center, at the fair, a lot of vacation requests, as always. Up to 187 vacation requests in September, a lot of people on vacation.
I do have one question. I was reading this morning on September the 23rd. You had 3 motor vehicle accidents. I thought it was one big wreck, but it's 3 different times.
Yeah, as this traffic gets worse and worse on 146 with like when it's completely stopped. You have several of these and we get dispatched way more than we work, but these trucks start trying to move forward and stop and somebody runs into them. And it happens in Ford, it happens everywhere. There's a traffic backup. It's just our turn right now.
So these are more on 146 than they were just around.
I guarantee you those 3, because I remember all 3 of them dispatched that day. Hossey got all 3 of them.
He was busy for me.
Yeah. He always talks about how he loves to work accidents, so. Yes, sir.
In the meetings, we had a complaint from a citizen about some harassment. The neighbor has a person that is mentally ill, let's say, that is having a problem early in the morning, about 3 a.m. and so forth. Have we looked into that call?
Oh, trust me, I'm very aware of that situation. We've worked on that situation for years. It's not a crime to be mentally unstable. And although I feel for that, for those people living through that, he hasn't done anything yet that breaks the law to the point of putting him in jail for anything. We have EDO'd him, which stands for emergency detention order, where we take possession of him and take him to the hospital. And they turn him out and he gets back here almost quicker than we do. And that happens over and over. And it's a situation where he needs help. He could go get help. There's people in his family that could help him get help. But what we do every year on January the 1st, we start a new call number, a new slip number, a new offense report number. It'll, like this year was 25-0001, and we document his case so that every time we take him, we take everything with us. They send him back time and time again. We have reached out to the county. The county has some special teams. Precinct 1 has a mental health division. Sergeant Hossey went down there and spent half a day, took all our paperwork with him, and they said, yep, we see it every day, 100 times a day. In fact, it made the comment to Hossey. He said, if you ever go to a baseball game, you'll see this times 1,000. So it's a very sad situation. I feel very bad for those neighbors, but I don't know how to fix it, and I haven't found anybody yet that can tell me how to fix it.
They had remarked at the meeting that they had camera footage of him attacking somebody that was on in the road. And doesn't that fall into the category if you have that? Now, evidently, whoever he attacked didn't complain that you've got.
Well, there's always 3 sides to the story. There's this side and then the truth in the middle somewhere. And just because the truth's in the middle doesn't mean that any side is lying. It's just the way they remember it. But I would not say he attacked this guy. He knows this guy very well. They're friends. They're calling each other names. So this guy was not interested in filing charges because he said, no, man, it's my homeboy, we're playing. So we deal with that a lot as well. Come ride with us one day. I'll pick you up on the way over there.
If his parents can't fix him, I don't think anybody else can fix him. It's sad.
The problem is, and I don't want to make this statement, but I'll make this statement is, we handle people very professionally in this city. We handle them. Sometimes we coddle them. Maybe that's good, maybe it's not. But he's going to go somewhere and somebody's not going to be so nice, and that's my fear. Whether it's a civilian or whether it's a police officer.
Yeah, it's an accident waiting to happen. I think we all know that, but here we are. We can't do anything for somebody that's mentally ill.
Right. Yes, sir. Any other questions on that? You've got the Public Works report. It's, and it looks the same every month for the most part. We've had a few leaks this month, but we've been able to repair them. I would like to answer. It's not a question anybody's asked, but I know there's a lot of Facebook warrior stuff going on about things. And in this city, I don't know why, I was here way before I was here, but in this city, the resident owns the sewer line from the house all the way to the tap, including the tap. The city is not responsible for any of it. So anytime somebody calls in about a sewer leak, the first thing I start asking is that the only person that's called in? Because if the main sewer line is backed up, several people are going to call in and we're going to know it's ours. If it's one person with the sewer problem, I can almost promise you it's going to be on their side. So I know we've got one right now where somebody's very unhappy with us, but that tap belongs to the resident. Everybody that builds a house puts their own tap in. And a lot of cities are going to that for that very reason, because it can get very expensive if we're trying to repair, all the sewer taps, because those are under our concrete streets for the most part. Water line's different. Water line, we own the meter, and then they own past the meter to the house. I think sometimes that gets maybe confused.
Okay, I agree with you. Not much we can do about that.
The only other thing I'd like to add under Public Works is that we have more and more folks trying to do more and more without permits. I think they've heard that Latney's gone and they think that it's open season for doing whatever they want. So we're going to be issuing several citations in the next few days. But we'll be issuing letters first, but several citations are probably going to go out for people that think they've done nothing wrong. So get ready for the phone calls, text, emails, and Facebook stuff. But we don't have any choice. We have to enforce these things. If we don't, our city will look like, I won't name another city, but y'all been through other cities and know what they look like sometimes. All right, we go to the EMS again. And 189,000 a year, and we had 4 calls. So average response time was 7 minutes and 32 seconds. National average is 9 minutes, so we're doing really, I have no gripes with the EMS. I'm not saying that. These are incredible response times. If you're the one that's waiting for the ambulance, this is incredible. It just, if you sort it out over what we're paying per call, it gets pretty expensive. Same way with fire service. Questions?
Probably even less on fire. We haven't had a fire in a long time.
So in the last 7 years, we've had 1 structure fire. And last time I looked at it, we pay about $10,500 every time the fire truck pulls into our city. But 99% of those calls are for the smell of natural gas or low hanging electrical lines or something like that, where one guy and one truck rolls in and says, yep, that's a low hanging wire called center point. And then the police officer sits there till center point gets there. So but we average about $10,000 a trip for them to come tell us that.
Yeah, we had some people come out that are, inspecting the poles this last time for center point.
Mm-hmm.
And I turned in that pole at Circle Park again.
Yeah, as did I. Plus I went over and found them and made one of them drive over there with me.
I had pictures, so I showed him the pictures and the number.
Yeah, they haven't fixed it yet.
We turned it in.
Yeah, that's what he told me too.
That's all I have.
This is when you tell me that's good.
Oh, we're good. I just assumed you would just go. Okay, so 7.0 business. Work on these slides. 7.1 minutes from September 8th and September 29th council meetings. Do I have a motion?
Motion to discuss.
I have a second.
I'll second.
Minutes for September 8th. Under 6.3. That, right there where it says SKADA, that really should be SCADA. Stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. That's the only thing that I seen that,
Also on the third sheet, we've got 7.2 and then we jump back to 6.1.
yeah.
That was because
Mayor
the
did
mayor
not
went
want that.
last. He changed the order
Okay.
that night.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Don't have anything on the September 29th. Does anybody have anything on September 29th?
Alrighty, so with the one change to to correct the SCADA spelling.
Motion to approve, the, minutes of the meeting for the September 8th and September, yeah, 29th. With the only comment being the SCADA comment. We have a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
That's unanimously.
Alrighty, 7.2 is the 2025-2026 tax rate hearing. Public testimony of the proposed 2025-2026 tax rate. Do you need to do anything with this? Because they did the hearing.
That's was voted in. Yeah. Was changed from last week. The added salary.
I'll go in with the financial budget.
Yeah, we have to approve the budget. Let's approve the budget
Tax.
and it's, the budget is based on our.
All right. So then we're not gonna do anything with 7.2, correct? The tax rate hearing? Just running.
We need to vote on it.
Well, I think this was supposed to be where the residents like voice their opinion on the tax rate, but I think working through the budget and our last meeting, I think we kind of ironed all that out.
I think it was supposed to be a final, because it was supposed to be the vote, I
Right.
think, today. Ed could tell you exactly 100%, but I think this was the vote today, because you changed the salary, and maybe it could have been different, maybe if it was gonna change at that time, but now it hasn't changed, right?
Yeah,
Because we would just see a salary was changed to add it back or
But the
whatever.
tax rate stayed the same.
Yeah.
No, so. I don't know if we have.
Plus the budget. We had agreed on the budget from the last meeting,
Right.
and that was based on the no new revenue tax.
It's underneath the house. We had an air condition issue, so he's fixing it.
Just asking.
Sorry.
All right, so we're gonna move to 7.3, adopt new fiscal year 2025-2026 budget. Do I have a motion?
Motion,
A second?
Second.
All those do we need discussion?
I think we beat that to death.
You ain't kidding.
So let's take a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
So that passes unanimously. 7.4 is approve the no new revenue tax rate. I need to make a motion for discussion.
Motion to discuss tax rate.
Second.
Okay, so talking with Jennifer Alanes, who is with Goose Creek ISD, states that we need to have a public notice in the paper 7 days before we vote for this. So we're going to have another meeting. So she's gonna post this tomorrow in the papers. And then we'll give the residents 7 full days, and then we'll have to come back and vote on the no new revenue rate. Cause I just assumed that since, we didn't raise the taxes, that it was okay to post based on what we voted on. But that's not the case. It has to be posted first and then we vote.
Okay, so they're gonna post it, but it's going to be the no new rate of 0.85013. And that's the one that we agreed to.
Correct.
That's the
There's
one.
not even a paper, I didn't think anymore.
She's gonna post it in the Baytown Sun and then there's another
The
paper.
hometown press is that.
But I thought that was already like once a month.
It has to be a weekly paper.
I know that's what the board's voting on right now.
Hometown
Yeah.
press is a weekly,
Right.
And that's the one we adopted as our
right.
Right.
newspaper.
We're gonna post that and then we'll come back and vote on it, but everybody here knows that's what it is. That's the way it's budgeted.
Alrighty. Do you wanna add a 7.5? All right, so we're gonna add
Second meeting.
an item 7.5. And that's to schedule a second meeting. We also have to wait 7 days.
But the 29th was it. I had a meeting scheduled for the 29th. Could we schedule it?
Probably so. I just hadn't got to my calendar.
The 29th was last.
He's got it here on
October
the-
29th? Thought we had a one on October 29th.
I don't have.
No, we had a September
have
29th. Which was that
Well, I'm not gonna be
Monday,
here by myself.
So we did one set, the 29th.
the 29th, but we hadn't set the second one for October.
So do y'all wanna do it on Monday, October 27? So that would give us 5 days, 5, 6, 7, 8. A little over 9 days. Have it posted if we're only counting Monday through Friday.
Good with that?
Fine, me.
27.
Correct.
That's the second regular meeting.
So 8.0 is adjournment.
Pushing to adjourn?
Thank you.
All those in favor? So as of 6:25, we're adjourned.
Every time top time is late, like. Well, wait, pretty darn it. Are you saying you're prepared? He's around something.
I'm not doing anything better.